Hey gang, TEK 11 and 12. All right, here we go. These were like our least favorite TEKs ever. These were all the exponents, and I know that this is like not everybody's favorite. All right, so here we go. Find the area of a square with the side length of all of this. So I know that the area of a square is just length times width if I want, or s squared. I just know I need to multiply that twice, right? So I need to say, a lot of people do s to the second power for a square, or people do length times width. Either way you want to do it, it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to do the s squared. So I'm going to rewrite this, but as I write it, I'm going to simplify a little bit. X to the 7th y squared. Negative exponents are in the wrong spot. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 30 here. X to the 4th y squared. Z to the negative 1 needs to move to the bottom and become positive 1. Z to the negative 4 needs to move up and become positive. Before I do any of this, I'm going to simplify this. 6 over 30 is like 1 over 5. Okay, 6 over 30. If you alpha y equal that in your calculator, you're going to get 1/5. 7 x's on top and 4 on bottom. Remember, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. And remember, every time there's 1 on top and 1 on bottom, I can mark it off. 1 on top, 1 on bottom, 1 on top, 1 on bottom, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. So that's actually going to leave me with just 3 on top. I'm going to do the same thing with the y's. I've got a y and a y on top, 2 y's on top, and y. Oh, I've got 2 y's on bottom. What's going to happen? Yeah, 1 on top, 1 on bottom, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. They're going to all cancel out. Okay. The z's, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 z's on top, and 1 on bottom. I'm going to cross them off. So here's what I've got left. I've got 1 over 5 x to the 3rd and z to the 3rd. Okay, so now all that is simplified. I haven't done this yet. All I've done is fix this so it's not so complicated. So I need to take this. This is the length, but the width is exactly the same thing, right? Length times width. So I just need to multiply it times the same thing. So 5, 1, x to the 3rd, z to the 3rd. All right, so here we go. Bottom's easy. 5 times 5 is 25. All right. 1 times 1 is just 1. So I'm going to actually just take those 1's off. Now, 3 x's here and 3 x's here. That's like 1, 2, 3 x's and then another 3. 1, 2, 3. Z's, it's like 3 z's here and another 3 here. They are all up top. So what I'm going to do is just count what's left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 x's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 z's. Ooh, yeah, I know. Remember, when you multiply, you usually get bigger, so yeah. Okay, simplify the expression. Here we go, 81 a to the 7th. So for me, it's easier to break this apart into 2 separate situations, and they both have to be raised to the 1/2 power. So I'm going to take 81 and raise it to the 1/2 power, and I'm going to take a to the 7th and raise it to the 1/2 power. When I do that, I'm going to use my calculator, and I'm going to do 81 to the 1/2 power. So I'm going to do 81 alpha y equals 1 divided by 2, the 1/2 power. Okay, and it's going to tell me, oh, that's just 9. Okay, well, that's nice. That's just super easy. 9. Here, a power to a power, you multiply. So that is a to the 1/2 power. So that's 7 over 2 power. Now that is kind of a messy one. In fact, I think I may have gone back probably and done this. It may be 81 to the 1/2 and then a to the 8th, because I think that'll be easier. 8 to the 1/2 power Half of 8 is 4. So that'll still be 9 here. Half of 8, 8 times 1/2 would be a to the 4th. So whichever problem I did, you can do it. If you want to try the 7, multiply 7 times 1/2 is 7 over 2. All right, number 28. I'm going to put a little note on here for myself so I don't forget to go change that one. Find the area of a square with the side length of that beautiful number. Okay, area of a square is just length times width. So before I start, I'm going to see if I can simplify anything. There's a 9, a G, a Q, and you know what? They're all different. So here we go. So G squared, B to the 7th, over 9Q to the 5th. Length times width. So we're going to have another G to the 2nd, B to the 7th, over 9Q to the 5th. All right, just like we did before, let's multiply. I've got 2 G's here and 2 G's here. How many G's is that going to be? Yeah, that's 4 G's, but we'll go ahead and finish it up. We'll have 7 B's, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 B's, and 7 more here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 times 9 will be 81. 5 Q's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more Q's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's count. On the bottom I've got 81. 1, 2, 3, 4 G's, so G to the 4th. 7 and 7 will give me 14 B's. 5 and 5 will give me 10 Q's. And there's my answer. All right. Oh my gosh, number 21. Look at that mess. Simplify all of that. Oh, okay, I'm going to get you a second to look at that. Okay, you ready? Anything to the 0 power is what? What was that? Anything to the 0 power. So, this right here is squared, so I'm not looking at this. This right here is not to anything. I'm just looking at that. All of that is raised to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1. That means all of this right here, is nothing more than the number 1. So I'm going to draw a line through it, and I'm going to put 1. So really, it's just gone. So let's take this and let's square it. Okay, now, because I didn't leave you much room, I'm going to actually move over here. Oops. And I'm going to do it right here. So I've got -2. You have my son. Your future drum major did in high school. Next year, practicing in the room behind me at my house. He practices night and day. Next to the 8th, you can enjoy the jazz music. Alright. Then you can tell him I poked fun at him in my video. Let's square this. So if I want to square this, then that means I really just need to take this and multiply it twice, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to draw a line, and I'm going to draw another one. -2, x to the 6, y squared, z. Okay. -2 times -2 would be, yeah, +4. I'm just going to draw my line here. 6 x's here and 6 there. So remember, I write it all out. Blah, 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 blah. 6 and 6 will give me 12. 2 y's and 2 more y's will give me 4 y's. 1 here and 1 here, I have 2. So that's z to the 2nd. Okay, on the bottom I've got 18. X to the 8th, y to the 9th, but z to the -3, it's just in the wrong spot, so I'm going to move it up. And I'm going to put z to the +3. All right, let's simplify this mess. 4 over 18. Let's grab our calculator. Let's turn it on. Let's alpha y equals that, puppy. 4 over 18. It is 2 over 9. Okay, alpha y equals it, 2 over 9. So this is 2 over 9. I'm going to mark those off. 12 x's on top and 8 on the bottom. Remember, everywhere they line up, you can mark it out. 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Keep going until all that is left is 4, And those remaining 4, are they on top or on bottom? If you're not sure, work it out and mark it off. But 12 is bigger, so I'm going to have x to the 4th on top. Those are gone. 9y is on bottom and 4 on top. I'm going to mark them off where they double up. I'm going to end up with 5 left over. 9 is bigger, so those 5 remaining ones are going to be on the bottom. How many z's do I have? They're all on top. I have 5 z's. So I'm going to go back and I'm looking for 2x to the 4th, z to the 5th over 9y to the 5th. Hopefully you picked B. Yeah, B is our final answer there. How come it wasn't D, -2? Some of you may have picked D. Remember, -2 times -2 is a +4, not a negative. All right, so we're going to circle B on there. All right, a sequence is generated by using a sub n equals 2 to the n minus 1, where a sub 1 is 6 and n is a whole number greater than 1. What is the first terms in the sequence? First 4 terms. Okay. Anytime you have a sequence, let's just draw it out. All right. Sometimes when I read these, it's like, what? Okay, I understand this. I know that this means that the first term was 6. This says a sub n equals 2 to the n minus 1 power. I think there's supposed to be an a there. So yours may look like this. A sub n equals 2 to the a sub n minus 1 is what yours probably looks like, because I'm going to go back and correct it. This means I'm multiplying this times 2. So that means in order to get the next term, I need to go to the n minus 1. That's the term before it. And I just need to multiply by 2. So I go 6 and I go, oh, well, multiply by 2 is 12. 2 times 12 is 24. 24 times 2, did I say 2? Yeah, 2. 24 times 2 is 48. All you're doing here is multiplying each of these by 2. Multiply by 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 2. Even though it's written kind of weird, 2 to the a sub n minus 1. N minus 1 just means in order to find the term in front of it, a sub n, you go to the one right before it. Let's do another one. Same type of problem. A sequence is generated by using this, and again, hopefully this says for a sub n minus 1, where a sub 1 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the first 4 terms? I know the first term is 8, and I know to get the next term, what do? I go to the term before it, and I multiply by 4. 8 times 4 is 32. You keep going. 32 times 4, and then that times 4. We'll give you that one. All right, guys, that concludes TEK 11 and 12 and our final exam review. Good luck on your final exam.